Hiya folks, welcome to Lithuania and welcome to Kaunas, the Pearl of the Baltics they call it. But unfortunately this city isn't the focus of this filming trip, but we should still have a few hours to have a look around. The problem is though, we're kind of in deepest November now and it'll be dark in about 3 hours, and as you can see we're still at the airport. Now there is some good news and some bad news. The good news is that there's a bus from here that will take us into town for about €1. The bad news is there's loads of bus stops, but none of them have got timetables, so I've got no idea where we're going. Well, I have found one sign, but this is more for intercity services. Now there's a bus to Vilnius, we've been there in the channel before, check that video out if you haven't seen it. And there's also a bus to Klaipėda. Now I'm going to Klaipėda in a couple of days, can you work out why? Oh, I did see a little bus there, but no, I don't think that's for us. This is so confusing, folks. Oh, here's a bus coming in, number 29. You know what, I think that might be us. Can I go to the city, please? Thank you.
Oro uosto gatvė. Kita stotelė. Antroji Karmėlava. Balio Buračo gimnazija. Kalniečių turgavietė.
Thank you. Well, I've jumped off the bus in what looks like the centre of town, and we've got this beautiful tree-lined boulevard that just seems to go on forever. And I'm just thinking how nice this would look in summer, and of course people always tell me when I come to the Baltics, I always seem to come at this time of year when it's dull and grey, and they're like, come back in the summer. But I don't know, I kind of like it. Now who's this smartly dressed dude? Jonas something. Hi Jonas. I have heard that Kaunas is home to a lot of statues and monuments, and as soon as you step off the bus you really do start to see them. But what I'm looking for is my hotel so I can drop the bag off. You know, I want to get this off my back, and I think it is just up this boulevard a wee bit further. I really like this place. I love how it's pedestrianised and there's just people walking about. It is a Sunday afternoon, so it has got that kind of Sunday feel to it, but I really like it. Oh, in fact, I think this is my hotel already, the Carnoustie. That wasn't too far. I'll see if I can drop the bag off. I think I'm a wee bit early to be checking in though. Well, I got early access to my room, I got upgraded to a double, and I've got a nice view out over that boulevard. But we'll need to go out. I'm just going to drop the bag and head out again because, yeah, daylight is precious. But I kind of wonder if they'll light up those trees later on. I think that'd look really nice. But anyway, yes, getting distracted. Let's get out of here. I promise I'll give you a proper look at the room a wee bit later, but for now, we're going outside. Yeah, how good is the location, eh? And that's my room just up there on the first floor. Right, where are we going? Well, there's a pretty impressive building this way, so we're going to have a look at that. And then what I always do when I come to somewhere unfamiliar is try to find the sea, or if we don't have the sea, like here, we'll try and find the river. That's where I always like to start. Oh, I'm so torn. Do we walk up to that nice church or do we go down to the river? Church, river, church, river. Let's go to the church. Now, we'll of course try and get something to eat a bit later, but I'll wait till it's dark. There's no point doing that in daylight. Oh, hello folks. Well, I've already abandoned the church. We'll get there eventually. But I was just walking along and looked down a side street towards the river and I saw what looks like a very impressive bridge, so we've got to go and see that. Oh well, I thought the bridge was going to cross the river, but it looks like it just goes across a road. Or maybe the river comes later. It's far too impressive a structure just to go across the highway. And of course these days, wherever there's a bridge, there's some rusty old padlocks. I'm not sure we're seeing the best of the river here because this isn't actually the other side. According to Google Maps, this is just a wee island and the main part of the river is a wee bit further on, and I was going to go and have a look at it, but then I've just spotted something else. I'm so gutted that I'm so short a time here in Kaunas because up on the hill I can see a very, very impressive church. It's probably a wee bit far away to see on camera just now, but I know that that church has got like a viewing platform and it's quite high up, so I should be able to get good views of the city. But whether it's open on a Sunday, whether I can actually get there in time, oh, who knows. Let's give it a try. As we walk up towards the church, let me just explain a bit about why my visit to Kaunas hasn't quite gone to plan. The original idea had been to spend most of tomorrow here as well. And when I was researching it, I saw a bus or a train, I can't remember which, but it left at about 3 PM to go to our next place. But when I went to try and book it, it wasn't there, so maybe it's sold out or something. But the only alternative was to get a bus at 10 AM tomorrow morning. So we'll still have a couple hours tomorrow when the sun comes up to have a look around. And there is actually a funicular, which isn't open on a Sunday, so I'll try and do that in the morning. That'll be a nice way just to round off this wee visit. But aye, it's not ideal, but we'll make the most of it. Oh, get your bingo cards out again. Here's the uphill part of the video. I tried to check if this church was open. Can't believe I'm going here, I don't even know if it's open. But on their website it was just in Lithuanian. I couldn't work it out. We'll soon find out. Wow, look at that. It is massive. I think it's probably open till 6. Let's go and have a look. Aye, I paid a wee bit extra to take the elevator. Well, I'm short of time, that's my excuse. And here's the terrace. While it is worth coming up here and having a look, I would say it's not your kind of typical European city viewpoint. It's a bit gritty looking down there. I would say that Kaunas is a lot nicer at street level than it is up here, but still, it was only a couple of euros. Well worth having a look. That is such an imposing place, and it's so simply done. I guess it's Art Deco, and coming from Glasgow, I like a bit of Art Deco. Before heading back to town, I decided to come and have a look at this wooded area. I know it means more steps, but man, it's so damn autumnal. It's beautiful. I know it might sound a bit weird to say it, but one of my favourite places to come in any city is always the park, and this place is no different. It's just a small park, of course, but I love it when trees creep their way into a city. And I tell you what, in this part of the world, there's a lot of trees. I must say, I love all the space of this like town square, with a big church just plonked right in the middle of it. It's amazing. I'm not going to pretend to know anything about this place, but just from first impressions I really like the feel of it, and there's loads of nice cafes as well. It seems that there's a real kind of cafe culture going on here, and to me that kind of reflects the vibe that I get from the place, that it's just really laid back and chilled. I would definitely recommend coming here, and I know I say it all the time, but I will be back. Well, I couldn't fight the twilight forever. Now that it is getting dark, it's time to go off and do some of the things that I need to do. I've got to find out where the bus station is, because tomorrow I'm going to be filming next week's video, and who knows, I might even get something to eat as well. I was wondering when they were going to put the lights on. I mean, I told them I was coming. It looks so beautiful, I tell you, it's magical.
Bye guys! Thank you!
Well, the walk to the bus station features another beautiful park on the way, so I'm looking forward to seeing that in daylight. And the bus station is just around the corner. Oh, that's a big timetable, isn't it? And there's my bus tomorrow morning, 10:40, so I've actually got a wee bit more time than I expected. And we're going to Cannois, but that is for another video. I do like doing these wee recce's just so I know I'm in the right place and I've got no stress tomorrow morning. And what a cool bus station it is as well, eh? It's very clean. As I head back to town, just another wee observation. It's not every city park that you feel safe walking through at night, is it? And you might remember when I went to Vilnius, that must be almost a year ago now, but it was the city's birthday and everyone was out on the streets, and you know what? I didn't see one bit of trouble or one bit of litter. It's such a cool country with amazingly respectful people. I wish I knew their secret. I've just quickly popped back to my room, so I really should give you a wee tour before I make a mess of the place, shouldn't I? Now, this was a single that I booked and I have been upgraded to a double, but it was €50 per night, and that includes breakfast at rate. I really am impressed with this place. Look, we've even got chocolates on the bed. And there's a wee minibar as well. I haven't checked the prices though, how are they? There's a price list. So it goes from €2 for a water up to about €7 for, you know, fizzy wine. That's alright really for a mini bar, isn't it? And you get a wee complimentary water as well. But yeah, a very comfy looking place. And I've got my own bathroom and stuff, of course. Bit yellow, isn't it? But yeah, I like it. I'm sorry to disappoint all you cultured people waiting to see some traditional Lithuanian cuisine, but sometimes when you're doing these videos and you're tired and you're on your own, you just need a Hesburger. I mean, there are traditional restaurants just like this one right here, but there's no menus. And I'll be honest, I'm scared. The lonely world of a YouTuber, eh? Good morning folks, it's 7 AM. Let's go and grab some breakfast and then we'll wrap up today's video with a wee shot in the funicular. And that should take about 5 minutes. Let's go. Well, good morning. That's the sun almost coming up. Well, I say sun, daylight is almost here. It's actually raining a wee bit. Now I've got 2 hours. So we're going to head down this way, all the way down to what I think is the old town. And then we'll go all the way back up there to the funicular, and that'll be us for today. And then I'll go off and film another video. Let's see how we get on. 2 hours, let's do this. Aye, did you notice me just sneaking in mention of the old town there? Well, that's because I didn't even know there was an old town. And we cannot leave Kaunas without checking it out first. Unfortunately, it's at the very other end of the street from where we need to be to go to the funicular and the bus station eventually. And like I say, we've only got a couple of hours, but we cannot leave Kaunas without checking out this old town, can we? Just a quick look. They've just turned the street lights off, so it's gone a wee bit dark again, but natural light should be here soon. How did I miss all this? I should have come here yesterday. Research, Stephen. And here we are in the old town square. I mean, it's a massive square and the buildings all around are really nice. But the church has got some scaffolding on it, so that's not the best. But a beautiful, beautiful place. Lots of little streets. And a wee bit further on, I think we've got another park. So if we've got time, aye, we've got time, let's go. 1973, a good year. In fact, let's cut down this way, maybe we can see the river and walk along the park that way. Good old Google Maps. So we've made it down to the river, quite a fast flowing river at that. And over to my left there's some movie stuff going on. I can't get any closer, but it's nice to see all the smoke effects. But as always, we need to actually try and touch this river. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I don't even know what it's called. No, sorry. Tantalisingly out of reach. Ah well. So there we are, folks, we've made it out to the extreme tip of Kaunas where the river separates and the city lies behind us. It's not the kind of spot you're going to get many Instagrammers, it's not that kind of place, but that's not what my channel's about, is it? However, we are about as far as I dare to imagine from the funicular, so we'd better get moving, eh? Let's go. And yes, in case you're wondering, it's bloody freezing. And I'm on the beach. It's hovering around 0 degrees Celsius at the moment. We'll see if it warms up a wee bit later. I doubt it. Well, there's something about this old tree. I'm not sure what it is from the sign, but I guess it's home to quite a few creatures. Morning, guys. Look at this fella. Only in Kaunas. Oh, there's a challenge. I can lift this, can't I? Come on. No, maybe not. And we've got this dude here on his horse looking out over his castle, and this is always how I imagine European castles with the turrets. It's just so magical. And we'll cross now what would have been the old moat. This place is incredible, I love it. And on the other side of the moat we've got some bleacher seating. I bet they put some shows on here during the summer with classical music or something. It'd be amazing to see. Okay folks, we've made it to the funicular station. Time is against us, but don't worry, because this thing only takes about a minute and a half to get to the top, and I think it only costs about €1. And this little funicular is proper historic. I think it dates from about the 1930s, and it's one of the oldest still running anywhere in the world. And down here at the bottom station, it's not staffed. I think they just use like these cameras or something to know that there's someone aboard and ready to go. And that'll be me in just a moment. And how beautiful these old cars are with the proper old wooden benches. I think we'll see it a bit better when we're out of the station, but yeah, it's gorgeous.
Doors closing.
Right, does that mean we're ready to go? I've got no idea. This is typical. Oh, we're off! And like I say, I don't have much time to film this, only about a minute and a half. And here we are, almost at the station already.
Doors atetáromos. Doors opening.
And that, folks, was the Kaunas Funicular Railway. Very cool. Hello. Thank you. You see what I mean? The instructions are not very clear in English. But that's fine, we got there in the end. Let's go back down again.
Doors closing.
I don't know, I feel kind of bad because that whole thing was just operated for me for €2. I'm the only person here. And when this one goes down, the other one comes up and vice versa. Well, I've got to admit that was awesome, and a wee bit better value than the one in Budapest, for example. And does it say here when it opened? 1931. Wow. Aye, and like I say, just as well it was quick because it's time to move on to the next Lithuanian town and the next adventure. I don't know which way to look here. We've got this beautiful traditional building behind us, and on the other side, the brutalism that I just love. Well, that's me back in the park that'll take me down towards the bus station, and I think that's about it for this little mini adventure of Kaunas. Would I recommend coming here? Absolutely. What would I say between Kaunas and Vilnius? I'm not sure. I think this slightly has the edge. They're both amazing cities, but I tend to like places that are a bit smaller, so yeah, Kaunas just wins for me. But if you're here, I would say try and get to Vilnius as well, because it's only about, what, an hour and a half between the two cities? I think it's that anyway. I could be completely wrong. But one thing I know for sure, Lithuania is a country to visit. It's an incredible place, and I hope you get the chance to come here sometime. But thanks very much for watching my video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.